Hello once again, and I'd like to welcome you all again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone in Perthshire in Scotland for this another wee half an hour show on our Saturday night. And first of all, I'd like to wish you all a happy new year, and thanks to all the folk. And a wee thank you to all the folk who tuned in on Hogmanay for our wee kind of our wee Hogmanay songs. It was brilliant and it was good fun. And thank you for joining us. And it was just me and Jen here, so it made us feel like we were actually in. We had a few folk in the house, you know. And we had I hope you had a nice Hogmanay. I hope your evening was nice. And we had a wee bit of a party afterwards with the tatty faces, you know. And they're quite party animals, the tatty faces, believe it or not, you know, particularly Duncan, you know, and he was up on the table singing all these hits from the 60s, and I was quite surprised. But, they kept going right onto the wee small hours out in the shed, so it's great fun. I'm going to start off with this. I'm just going to pick a random bunch of songs to sing, so I'll start off with this, which is vaguely a love song. To wake up the vocal cords and get the fingers working. Here comes the morning, cruel and clear. There is no reasonable chance that it might disappear. And here comes the evening, still the same. We are just passengers upon this godless, ghostly train. But she loves me when I try. She thinks about me when I'm gone. Or she helps me when I can't hold on. And it's another market, another sale, another reason to believe we're ahead and cannot fail. But there's deadly dangers that we must endure. There are so many different ways, we never can be sure. But she loves me when I try. She thinks about me when I'm gone. Or she helps me when I can't hold on. And there is no ending to this tale. There is no destination on this long and restless rail. Here comes the morning, cruel and clear. There is no reasonable chance that it might disappear. But she loves me when I try. She thinks about me when I'm gone. Or she helps me when I can't hold on. You could try that with me if you want. Go on, try it. And she loves me when I try. She thinks about me when I'm gone. Or she helps me when I can't hold on. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song. She loves me when I try, and I've had a terrible day actually. I've been building. I discovered. You couldn't make this up. You know, we're in lockdown, and then I get this communication about how people know I keep hens, 4 hens I keep, but I have to shut them into their keep them inside because of the bird flu, because of avian flu, and there's a warning going around all over the place that anybody that has hens have to keep them inside so that they don't communicate with the natural, but with the wild birds. So and my hens have been supplying me with 4 eggs since lockdown, and they're brilliant girls, and I'm going, I'm not going to put them in the shed, so I decided to build this huge run for them that was covered and is all netted up so that the wild birds can't get in. And I've been at it all day, and you can see them looking at it going, what's going on here? They know what I'm doing, because they've got a free range of my back garden, and they're going, what's going on there? What's that big thing he's building? So tomorrow the chickens go into lockdown with the rest of us, so it's kind of sad, but anyway. And I thought I would do this wee song. So I thought I'd do this wee song. Problem with the cold in here now. Bear with me. He says I hear the music almost everywhere I go, and if I should ever lose it, well, I'd have nothing left to show. And I know I'm not the one to understand life's reckless ways. I'm just a little child believes in everything he says. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending. Time will turn. Time will turn. And he says, I know I'm wilder than anyone you've met before. And I may be standing proud or broken empty at the door, and I know I'm not the one to stand here naked center stage. Oh, I can be so gentle, or I can burn with rage. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending. Time will turn. Time will turn. and I'm watching from a distance, worried for my fragile friends in this tamed and false existence. Well, the tragedy, it never ends, but we're all standing hopeful. Every day brings something new. There are those who find their summer and those who never do. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn. You could sing that with me as well if you want, because it's New Year. Right, we go. Some hearts will fill with wonder, some hearts will break in two, some hearts will wait for summer just like you. And if you feel it's fading, just turn it round to face the sun. The season's never ending, time will turn, time will turn, time will turn. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, Some Hearts, and and this is, we've now got to the part of the wee half-hour show where I get you to sing. I'm going to get you to sing the choruses anyway tonight, because it's that kind of time of year. We've got to try and kind of get a wee bit, we're all stuck in our houses, and we've got to get a wee bit kind of buoyant, so this is a song with the chorus, and I spend a lot of time up on the west coast of the island of Lewis, and in fact I have a wee house up there, and it's in a beautiful part, and Lewis is an amazing place, and it's right out on the edge of the European continent. There are no trees on the island, so when the big Atlantic storms come in, sometimes the wind and the rain is just so vicious that you wouldn't be able to leave your house. And my house is about 500 yards from this beautiful kind of 1 mile long beach. And I remember one time being up there with my father in the middle of January in the storm, and we wanted to go down. I wanted to show my father the beach, and we had to we made about 4 attempts to try and get to the beach, and the wind put us back each time. Anyway, I wrote this song after watching a caravan tumbling past my front window down onto across the Macher down onto the beach, and it's got a nice wee easy chorus. And I'm going to sing this song for my good friend Finn Morrison, who I think he's finally got him. He's my next door neighbour, and he's a crofter up there in a beautiful spot up on the island, just maybe a half a mile from where my house is, and he's been my dear friend for many, many years, and we've had some great adventures together, and he's got himself an iPad, and I believe he might be watching tonight. So hello Finn, I hope you're getting this loud and clear. He's mentioned in this song, and we've had some great adventures, Finn and I, and I remember particularly when I was going to tell this wee story, because Finn will be watching. But we walked out, we go walking, and I remember Finn and my daughter and I, we walked out across the moors, quite a long walk out to down towards Harris. It was in Harris, and to the big, I think it's called Loch Hamnaway, I think that's what it was anyway, big sea loch, you know. And we were over at and it was fantastic. And then I heard this, and all of a sudden above us was the emergency air sea rescue helicopter. Because we were quite far away, and it was kind of late in the afternoon, and we were fine. But I saw the helicopter hovering above us, and I was going, "Oh my goodness, no! They think we're lost, or they think we're stranded, you know." And sure enough, the rope started to come down from the helicopter, and there was a man on the end of it. And I'm going, oh no, this is going to be very embarrassing. You know, they think there's something wrong. And but I was a bit kind of suspicious because he had a red bucket in his hand. But anyway, they dropped him off on the other side of the river, or the kind of river, and then the helicopters went away, sailed away, and I said, I better go across. So I waded across the river to the man, to the emergency guy, to tell him that we were all right. I says, oh, we're all right. You know, he says, oh no, he says, we're just out on exercise. He says, and he says some of the best muscles on the whole of the island of Lewis are down here on this little this muscle bed. He says, I always take a bucket and collect a few when we're out on exercise. So sure enough, he went away and he collected the muscles, and a few minutes later the helicopter came back with the infrared thing on trying to find him, and then the rope came back down and he went away up with the bucket of muscles and headed off, and we were exhausted. I nearly asked him if we could get a lift back, if he would give us a lift back to the house, but that might have been a wee bit pretty much assumptions. But anyway, I wrote this song from and in the song there's Finn, who I've talked to you about, my friend, and Mardani, which is my other next door neighbour, a fantastic gentleman. He'll be the same age as my mother now. He'll be 85 probably, Mardani, and I had great fun with Mardani over the years. Murdo Donny, I think Mardani is short for, and then another gentleman who's now sadly passed away a few years ago, John Angus Mackay. Anyway, we had great fun around this table in my wee house, and so that's where the first kind of verse comes from. And so we'll try this and see if you see how you get on with the chorus, okay? You've got to imagine yourself on a headland on the west coast of Lewis with nature in your face, because one of the great things about up there is it puts everything into a great perspective, and you feel very. Maybe Finn will be singing it up on the reef. Find me sitting at this table with my friend Finn and my friend John. My friend Mardani tells us stories of things long gone, long gone. We will take a glass together. The whiskey makes it all so clear. It fires our dulled imagination, and I feel so near, so near. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. That's what you sing, okay? Try that again. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. The old man looks out to the islands. He says this place is endless thin. No real distance here to mention. We might all fall in, all fall in. No distance to the spirits of the living. No distance to the spirits of the dead. And as he turned, his eyes were shining. He proudly said, I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. so near. So we build our tower constructions there to mark our place in time. We justify our great destructions as on we climb, on we climb. But now the journey doesn't seem to matter. Destinations faded out, gathering out along the headlands. I hear the children shout, here we go, make a bit of noise. I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. Flowers in the fields, I feel so near. And this is where you sing it on your own. Are you ready? I feel so fantastic. I'm getting the vibe here. I'm getting that kind of Hebridean nature in your face vibe. In the wall, into the old school here in Buttersfield. We'll do it again with some harmonies from the Tatty Faces. Right, guys? Right, Duncan? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Some harmonies. I feel so. Feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near to the crashing of the waves. And I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. And I feel so near to the howling of the winds. I feel so near crashing of the waves. I feel so near to the flowers in the fields. I feel so near. Thank you very much, and that was my song, Feel So Near. And I think I could hear Finn up in Reef singing down here. Anyway, that's good. We're going to we'll do one more wee song, and that will bring us to the end of our wee half an hour. And I just thought, actually, this is the first time I think I've done one of these shows where I only needed one guitar. They all ended up being in the same tuning, and so that was quite. I think that's the first time that's happened in 67 shows. Anyway, I thought I would do this wee song as well. This has got a chorus too. If you fancy singing along, it's the kind of time for singing, and it's. It's a song about the sea. And this is the wee spot where you know, things are really hard at the moment. I mean, you couldn't imagine it you couldn't imagine a month or two ago that it would be getting this hard. And anyway, and I was watching an interview with some folk that were from the NHS, and you know, some of the doctors and things like that, and the incredible strain that they're under at the moment. So this is a wee point where I'd like to, on behalf of all the people who are watching as well, just thank all the NHS staff and all the carers and all the people that are becoming exhausted with all of this, and I really just how much we all really appreciate what you're doing, and kind of hang in there. We'll all get through this out the other side, but thank you. And that includes kind of the guys that are doing the bins and the people that are working in the supermarkets and things like that. You know, it's all, you know, and the teachers, you know, I mean, just everybody that's involved at the kind of sharp end of the thing. And I like to always thank everybody. And I'm going to do this wee song. Oh, the waves crashing and the tide pulls out. It's an angry sea, but there is no doubt that the lighthouse will keep shining out to warn the lonely sailor. And the lightning strikes and the wind cuts cold through the sailor's bones to the sailor's soul, till there's nothing left that we can hold except a rolling ocean. Oh, but I am ready for the storm. Yes, already I am ready for the storm. I'm ready for the storm. And oh, give me mercy for my dreams, 'cause every confrontation seems to tell me what it really means to be this lonely sailor. And when you take me by your side, you love me warm, you love me, and I should have realized I had no reasons to be frightened. Oh, but I am ready for the storm. Yes, already I am ready for the storm. Ready for the storm. Oh, and distance, it is no real friend, and time will take its time, and you will find that in the end it brings you me, the lonely sailor. And when the sky begins to clear, the sun it melts away my fear, I'll cry a silent weary tear for those that to love me. Oh, but I am ready for the storm. Yes, already I am ready for the storm. Yes, already I am ready for the storm. I'm ready for the storm. And that's thank you very, very much. And that's my wee song, Ready for the Storm. Maybe a wee bit poignant for what we're going to have to end up doing in the next couple of months, but we'll get through. We'll have to just, as long as we all stay cheery and look after each other and take care and think tatty face, that's, I've said this before, they're brilliant to have around because they're always smiling. I've never seen them sad. And anyway, I've not lost it. Anyway, so thank you very much. That's it. That brings us to the end of our wee Saturday night show. And thank you for joining us. I'll see you next Saturday, for another wee free show. And I'll let you know how I get on with the chickens in their lockdown. I'll put a wee photograph of the construction that I'm making. I'm using an old marquee thing that I got years ago that was stored in the shed, and I'm gerrymandering. I'm kind of doctoring up a new home for them. But I'll put a wee photograph up to let you see when I get it finished. Anyway, that's. I hope you have a fantastic 2021, and you all look after yourselves. And I'll see you next weekend. Night now.